what we're going to talk about can apply to any time you're in connection or disconnection with your family, even if it's just, some day in the middle of the year that's not a holiday, because that's what I think really comes up for people. I guess maybe the first thing is just to kind of highlight some feelings that do come up for people during this time. And I guess one came to mind would just be loneliness, because if you're without a partner or without a family, or you're experiencing some grief from a recent passing or something, that stuff can definitely come up. Um, and also think what happens when you use the word dynamics is that when you're around your family, it sort of illuminates the role that you played growing up, and it sort of brings to light the deficiency stories that we call them. Things like, I'm not good enough, I'm not heard, I'm not acknowledged, I'm not accepted, I'm not loved. And those can be really painful feelings to be sort of being re-triggered. There's just also the anxiety of, like, I'm about to go back into my family unit. Just the anxiety of sort of, like, people carry that around for a few weeks, I think, sometimes around the holidays, knowing that they're coming face to face again with some of the old wounds that they've experienced. And then, of course, some people have seasonal affective disorder, which is they start to feel very down during these holidays, which could be a chemical thing in the brain, but quite often it's more that the stories that they're carrying around about themselves and their families sort of solidify around that time of year. So those are the kind of things that we all have to deal with, and I think what mindfulness does is that it gives us some tools to sort of be with what's happening and observe it, feel it, let it come and go. And then the brilliant thing, obviously, is that when we start to let things go, you can be with your family in the freshness of the moment, which is if you can get those moments where you're just there and you're sharing from, like, an authentic place where you're not carrying around the stories and the concepts about yourself so much in the family, there can be a different kind of connecting that is more joyful and loving and compassionate and open. But that doesn't just come about naturally for most people. They have to do some looking first before they can sort of meet people freshly.
Go to kilobyscenter.com, Radical Recovery Summit, to see the full schedule of speakers and to register to watch these free online in the Radical Recovery Summit 2017.